Test 1, 2. 2, 2, 2. 2. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. The Lord said, confession good for the soul. So right now,
all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. And shot call to be known with them niggas letting shots off. Either that or the right hand to the top dog. Funny how we see vanity, not the lives lost. Can't be focused on a life that's hopeless. Out there pumping, not knowing the Lord will kill you for that hocus pocus. Used to roll with niggas that cook dope with weaponry. Same ones claim they love you. I had no life in jeopardy. And I know my mother wants success for me. But that G should take a girl straight to ecstasy. Remember running with bruh, even though we did the wrong thing. My life would've been a lot different if I fell up under Rob's wing. Was too sincere for a wicked game. Shame the Lord's name. Now we afflicted with pain. All I ever wanted was to be respected by stand-up niggas. Not knowing that them handcuffs custom made the face. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. I ain't lying, I was close to dying. Knew I wanted to live, but I wasn't trying. I was defiant, not knowing that this ain't how we live. This just how they design it. Cause when you in them streets, you get more endemic. They don't tell you gonna be on papers and on restrictions. My father said a hard head to make a soft ass. I didn't care, I wanted fear when I walked past. In a place where a black man's blood is cheap. I thank the Lord for the day I was on Lake Street. Pissing in the cup, back and forth to court, from the DC school. I swear it felt like I cried on that fucking porch. The Lord said, my sheep, they ain't hear my voice. Asked me why I'm UPK, I told them I ain't have a choice. They said God ain't 50-50 and what's gonna come to pass. The Lord called me out the world and that's not running fast. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. Go ahead. All I wanted was to be a gangster. I.S.U.P.K until it hit the fan. I want power and a throne, nigga, fuck them grams. All I wanted was to be a gangster, but I was real as a righteous man. And now got the upper hand, gotta promote this brand. Correct whole multitudes until they all understand. If I can't get that crown, Lord, then put me in the hands of someone more mighty make me this hit man. Reminiscing on the pain that was felt. Shit, I was in the jail. Shit, I needed help. But I was locked up in the judge put man on the shelf. Had me crying cause it felt like I was left by myself. All I wanted was to impress niggas with my grinding. Now I ain't trying to prove shit to nobody but Muhammad. Cause most these niggas lie, pump smoke. One time for the most high, he made me a cutthroat. Cause all I ever wanted was to smash my opponents. Stacking cash, not knowing it wouldn't last. Then God, I hope you accept my atonement. Cause all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. Get the breakdown, treat it going like a K9. I'm about to live my lifestyle. Say piped up till the pipe down. These niggas got a pipe dream. Baby girl, sweet as ice cream, and I need you better believe it. Sit back, look my cheeks. Wear your shit, baby. Competition ain't free. I'm about to take them to the tree. They gon' get starved for bread. You gonna starve for bread. Yeah, the penny, I'm not impressed. I have them holding checks. Like he having heart attacks. You told them hard to death. I know what I'm seeing. They don't believe. Go ahead. Look at them so much shit. Where would it go? Where's gonna be? We're undefeated. You better believe it. Fuck me, dick. I get it. Trying to line up like a bomb on. Prepare for fallout. One way side, what you talking about? Me and my nigga about to ball out. Me and my nigga about to bow out. Tell them where to go to the fallout. Mama y'all can't call out. I'm in the wheel with the Lord. Don't give a damn about the track record, little nigga. You about to lose today. Nigga got moves to make. You can even move, you can get moved away. Choose your fate. Most of these fools are fake. Ain't got a card to play. Nigga ain't hard to break. You get dogs today. Like the brother Sean took the hard way. Nigga wait out of your league. Please believe me. But the goal live got all eyes on me. Give a damn what they talking about. Got soldiers ride with me. And you know I'm lethal. That's my reason. I'm gonna get it, yeah. They gon' believe it. See, when they know that. So the world can't go there. Ain't your power, I don't know that. Bitch, I'd rather take a toe there. Put it up, you know, good to go. Get the ball, you know, good to go. It won't smoke, I'm a bitch, nigga, in my bedroom, doing the Tootsie Roll. Big dog, nigga, I'm trying. It's my time. Where the line? Where the line? Nigga, my flow is high. I was gone because I was gone because everything focused. In the room, I'll be a soldier. You keep a loaded. Feel the sound of control of that spirit to go and hold it high. You on my shoulder. I see my shoulder. They don't play. Oh, man. Keep screaming flat. You rip. Fucking leader, I don't feel it. Fucking God, I don't feel it. And God is out about to kill him. Hold on, let me fix the rhythm. Okay, I got it, I'm ready. He calling like he gon' regret it. I'm steady. Hope you keep it going steady. The better believe. Certified, one press out, it ain't hard to test. It's hard to say. People were raising nigga, better watch yourself. The easy steps. Taking it blue faces like a dog to vet. And I was so hard to vet. Drop with me, got to guard yourself. You know how to keep it, they try to come get me, I'm squeezing. You better believe. Got all eyes on me. Let's go. Give a damn what they talking about. Got soldiers ride with me. You know I'm lethal. I got my reason. And I'm gonna get it. You're gonna see. You're gonna believe. Yeah, man. Damn right. 54 man, man.
Pando, kill the beat.
I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all don't speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans get locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died. Y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew. You a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dumb. A gun that would die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth. I had to make it clear how Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947. Your menorah got 9 sticks. It's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world. Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs, bunch of thieves and culture vultures ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you litter. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, it's the Feast of Purim. U.P.K undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bass and they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil, who is? I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi why he give them babies herpes. I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, that's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'll punch you in person. I know this is an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ. They the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas. They're a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth. Niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4. I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. Now you got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it. The Lord knows the blasphemy of you so-called white people that say you are Jews and you are not Jews. You are not the people of the law. You are not God's chosen people. God's chosen people are living in the ghettos of America. God's chosen people are in poverty and depression in the streets of America. God's chosen people are walking around in America with no identity. That's where God's chosen people are.
Now turn the headphones up just a little bit. Yo.
Show up for y'all dome. 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 Show up for y'all.
When I say my prayers, I gotta turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east. Before you go to war, yo, you better turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east. When I say my prayers, I gotta turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east. Before you go to war, yo, you better turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east.
I used to wake up every morning, boy, and all I seen was mess. Plus the shit that I was dealing with, all I seen was stress. Now I really know the truth, and I understand what hurting niggas. Beast of the fields, they eat us up, and they hurting you. U.P.K is what I'm repping. Zion means a weapon. Some of you niggas playing, but me, I'm really stepping. The mission that I'm on is waking up all our people. Show them we are the greatest. Nothing about a sequel. Them heathens, they gon' learn. Them heathens, they gon' burn. Esau is about to fall, then Jacob is all turned. They been fucking with the chosen, so they gotta pay. Revelation 13 and 10, tell me what does it say?
Show up for y'all dome. Show up for y'all dome. Show up for y'all dome. Show up for y'all dome.
When I say my prayers, I gotta turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east. Before you go to war, yo, you better turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east. When I say my prayers, I gotta turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east. Before you go to war, yo, you better turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east.
The blood that's in my veins descends straight from the greatest. All of my toolies go, but that 40 know it's my favorite. And we losing all our babies to this crazy shit we represent. The money and the world, nigga, this crazy shit ain't making sense. We the children of the light, and we fighting all the darkness. The way I'm stacking ammo, my bitches thinking I'm heartless. Them devils get to smiling, got you thinking that he harmless. Remember Oklahoma? That is where them cracker bombs. The pain will make you wake up. You know they really hate it. They turn the truth into a lie. That's the shit they gotta pay for. The mission that I'm on is waking up all our people. Show them we are the greatest. Nothing about a sequel. Yeah.
Show up for y'all dome. Show up for y'all dome. Show up for y'all dome.
When I say my prayers, I gotta turn to the east, turn to the east, turn to the east. Before you go to war, yo, you better turn to the east, turn to the east, turn to the east. When I say my prayers, I gotta turn to the east, turn to the east, turn to the east. Before you go to war, yo, you better turn to the east, turn to the east, turn to the east.
All right, shalom, Israel. What's going on? Everybody on TikTok, everybody on YouTube, shalom. I.S.U.P.K star 1 West 125th Street, Harlem. All right. Amen. Here we go. So, if I could, I'll start off with my introduction. I.S.U.P.K, my war contract, I.S.U.P.K. Hey, I gotta move these two cameras over. 1 second. Maybe it's a little bit too far over. Lock if I jammed y'all up. I believe it was just a little tad bit off of the square. Here we go. All right, y'all. So that being said, I.S.U.P.K, war cop, I.S.U.P.K, precinct officer Marad, the Israelite School U.P.K. Water. Okay. Precinct officer Marad, the Israelite School U.P.K. Start out at 1 West Hall, 125th Street, New York. I'm gonna fix something real quick. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. Here we go. Make my little ghetto concoction, all right? So, that being said, today is the Hebrew class, okay? So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be going over the Hebrew. We're doing Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 2. Put this up on the board. I don't know if this is these. We try one of these. Maybe it's better. Doing the book of Zephaniah. Hey, close out. Might be one in the front and the Shamar desk. I think that's the good marker. This one seems to be jammed up. But we're doing Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 2. Let me bring this mic over here too as well. All right, we're doing Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 2. Now, what y'all want to see, because I also sent some stuff to the email, right? I sent some stuff to the email that I want to bring out for the class, right? So, and y'all going to see this about the oppressor, man. The oppressor, you got to watch him, man. The oppressor is somebody that you got to watch. You got to keep an eye on the oppressor. Because he's smooth and he's slick and he's subtle, okay? Most subtle beast of the field is what the Bible says about the oppressor. Now, if I could, everybody on TikTok, we're going to get y'all questions and y'all comments in a second, okay? So, like, if I could, I would move this camera over, but we already going. So, and I know we got some haters already in the comments already. I didn't see them already. So, we're going to let them ride for now because this is the Hebrew class, and we got a bunch of people that want to learn this Hebrew. Like I said, we're going over Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 2. You saw it in the top drawer? Oh, man. Okay. I put one in there. I don't know. I guess we just got to go through these. I think this might be it right here. Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 2. All right. Now, like I was saying about the oppressor, you got to watch him because he's slick and he's subtle, okay? He'll sneak some stuff in there, or what I want to show you today is he won't put something in there. He'll just leave it. He won't mention it. He'll leave it where it's at, right? He won't even, do. He won't mention anything about it. That, and they say the best. Sometimes the best thing to say is nothing. Right. And he's good at doing it. So we're going to get into Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 2. Then we're going to take a portion of the class towards the end. We're going to go over just some of the stuff, just some of the words that y'all might see in the Sabbath service tomorrow. Sabbath service in Philly is from 10 to 12 p.m. But all across the nation, we all in the same section of the Bible for the Sabbath service. Now, with that being said, Salaki, with that being said, let me turn this a little bit. Turn this one camera, y'all. Turn this camera just a little bit. Now, with that being said, just so they can still see me in the camera. With that being said, we're going to go over just some of the words. It's a couple, maybe 3 or 4 that y'all going to see in the Sabbath service tomorrow that you're going to read over in the Sabbath service, all right? So let's start with Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 2, okay? First, I want to start with Zephaniah 2 and 1, but we're going to break down Zephaniah 2 and 2, okay? So, y'all still see that? There we go. All right. Now, I know TikTok, y'all can see it, but I'm trying to get the camera angle over here. So now, if y'all don't know, this is frankincense and myrrh. We burn the frankincense and myrrh in the I.S.U.P.K in our classes. This is the Lord's favorite smell. Okay, so we got it burning over here. All right. I'm trying to set it so we all can see it. Cool. Now I know YouTube and Facebook, y'all can't see that, but it's all good. Let me know when you got Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1, and then we'll go from there. I'm gonna grab my Bible just so I can show TikTok and Facebook. All right, and we'll start there.
Just the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Now, what did the Lord say to us? We're going to break this. We're going to just break this down real quick. The Lord said for us to gather together. That's what he wanted for us to do. He wanted us to gather together. Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. And I'll show everybody online. I'll start over here. Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather together. Okay. Zephaniah 2 and 1 for everybody over here on TikTok. I don't know. I think I might got well, it depends over here on TikTok, y'all, because when we do the Hebrew, we go from right to left. So I may have to keep the screen how it is. But y'all can see it, Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. The Lord told us to gather together, O nation not desired. Why would the Lord mention that we're the nation that's not desired? On TikTok, they say, get your scriptures ready, people. Know your scriptures, people. You better. You're going to have to. All right. U.S. Good said superhero costume. No, this is medieval Israelite apparel. But I know that y'all like, see, y'all superheroes, y'all used to them wearing tight spandex. Y'all football players, you want them to wear tight spandex and tight shorts to show their curves and their manliness. You know, them Greeks and them Romans, they've been suspect for a very, very long time. Right. And Rome, if you look up their history, they women would have to shave their heads like men. To get men to marry them, they would have to shave their heads, and they would send the soldiers in at night. So, of course, it reminds them of their true lover who they on the battlefield with. Y'all been suspect for a long time. That's why I want y'all actual superheroes to dress in tights. Like women wear tights today. You want the man to show up, man of steel, and lift you up, pick you up. Qadash, you want him to pick you up, save me, Superman, and pick you up in the tights. I'm gonna leave it there. Y'all get what I'm saying. But this is medieval Israelite apparel. All right, everybody know. Y'all got Netflix and YouTube. So go ahead, Qadash. You wanted to bring something up?
I wanted to say something.
Go ahead.
Like they always talk about our especially the oppressor always talk about our garment. But I
Yeah.
literally just see.
They love to talk about how we dress, y'all. Y'all love it.
I just literally see an oppressor that I thought was a woman.
He see the oppressor he thought was a woman.
I started looking at his feet, his shoulders, this thing.
They do that too. Y'all do that. Y'all oppressors, man. Y'all the only people who want boys to be girls and girls to be boys. Y'all suspect, man. I just gotta tell you the truth. Y'all very suspect. We got, I'm gonna read some of y'all comments, to make y'all happy. So over here in Atlantic City, they say all dressed up but nowhere to go. Somebody else said it's Halloween, right? So somebody else said, somebody said a weed at WWE. They said a weed at WWE. Somebody else said Avengers, it's a Party City Avengers Assemble. Now, what's so funny is now we laugh at y'all comments because we know that this is medieval. I'm saying medieval because that's what y'all know, but this is how Israelites dress. Before the American captivity and captivity of the UK and making us captives in the islands and all that, and Haiti and everywhere. We had our culture. This is our culture. Y'all the ones left y'all culture. Now, y'all, everybody got Netflix. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. You see they naming different things, right? But everybody knows what I'm talking about. This is how we dress. So it's how everybody dressed. You know what I'm saying? Even you, when you was alive at that time, if you were. Of course, we believe in reincarnation. So, with that being said, that's just, we keeping it original. We keeping it the way we actually dress. This is our culture. And what I want to get into about Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 2, and I'm actually glad that y'all put these comments up because y'all bringing me into my topic, is the fact that the word Ibar in Hebrew, the word Ibar, this word right here, Ibar, and in Hebrew, this word Ibar is a Hebrew word. In Hebrew, first let me put the pronunciation. This word Ibar is Eber. If you go into later on into how the language, into etymology of the word Hebrew, you get Heber, Heber, and then further you get Hebrew. You get Hebrew. This word Ibar is Hebrew. It's Eber. Where you get the word Hebrew from. It's Eber. E-B-E-R to H-E-B-E-R to H-E-B-R-E-W. It's called etymology. Now, if you know anything about Eber, I don't know what I did with this top and this marker that fast. If you know anything about Eber, I got it in my hand. If you know anything about Eber, you know that, first let me step to the side just so y'all can copy this if y'all wanted to. If you know anything about Eber, he is the one who, his son Peleg, when he had his son Peleg, during that time, the Lord had punished everybody from all the evil that they did during the Tower of Babel. And they divided us and separated us and separated our languages. So Peleg, right, Eber's son Peleg, P-L-E-G, is Pelag in Hebrew. The Hebrew word Pelag, which means divide or division. All right? That's what it means. And I know this marker a little bit light. I'm gonna try to find a better one. But in his days, matter of fact, give me the scripture, Genesis 10, and might believe, let me see, might be 10 and, I don't think it's 10 and 2, might be 10 and 9 or something like that. No, what was it? Might be 10 and 25. Try that. Genesis 10 and 25. I'm gonna try, while you trying that, I'm gonna try some better markers. So y'all can see what we writing on the board, man. All right. This one is all right. I'll keep it up here, man. That other one ran right out of it. The way most of y'all oppressors, after y'all done beat on y'all wife, you run out on y'all too. Because we know y'all some violent people, man. Big shout out to everybody that's Black, Native American, or Hispanic, all right? That's in this class. That means you're an Israelite. If your father is Black, if your father is Hispanic, so-called or so-called Native American, then you're an Israelite. You're a real biblical Jew. You're a real Jew. The other Jews who call themselves Jews are not Jews. They're Ashkenazis, as they call themselves. But the actual Ashkenazis are from Japheth. But since, you know, you oppressors, you like to steal, you know, unalive and destroy, you took their land and their name and their heritage. It's like now today, all of a sudden you're American. Oh, now you're Brazilian. You're South African. Oh, wow, Elon Musk. You're African. I didn't know that. I didn't know you were from Ecuador. You were from Mexico. You're Mexican, huh? Because y'all take the land, unalive the people, take their language, take their name. That's how you became the Greeks. That's Japheth. That's how you became the Romans. That's Japheth. Y'all stole these lands. How you became the Ashkenazi? Because you stole and unalived a lot of the Japhetic people. All right, as the Bible calls them, the Japhetic people, which today is the Hawaiians, Eskimos, the Aborigines. They own a lot of islands today because you, of course, ran them up. All right. So let's keep going. Now, if I may, give me Genesis 10 and 25. Let's read that. I'll try to put this up on, I'll show you on the Bible for everybody that's on TikTok. You can go ahead and read Genesis 10 and 25.
That's the book of Genesis, chapter 10, verse 25. Mm-hmm. And unto Eber were born 2 sons.
So unto Eber there was born 2 sons. Go ahead.
The name of one was Peleg. For in his days was the earth divided.
For in his day was what?
The earth divided.
So in Peleg's days, the earth was divided. So I'm going to show y'all here. Genesis 10, 25. Now, it's backwards on here because when we write on the board, we write it from right to left. Hebrew goes from right to left. It doesn't go from left to right. So, of course, it's backwards on y'all's screen. But that's because we need this Hebrew up here to be correct for when y'all see. All right, even over here, I think I got to switch it over here for y'all as well. Take the mirror of the video off. There we go. So now y'all can see it correctly. So right to left. All right. English goes left to right. Hebrew goes right to left. Okay. I think I may have to do the same over here for y'all. Not sure to you. It looks like I got to do the same thing here too. I take the mirror video off and see it correctly. All right. So now I know y'all got more comments, right? It says, please show us where there is reincarnation in the Bible. That's easy. That is easy, man. I'm glad you asked that because a lot of people going to learn from this class, man. A lot of people going to learn. That's why we're here. That's why we're here to teach. See, you could be getting caught up in the whole 9-ether movement. I don't know if y'all realize, TikTok, that we was lied to. They told us, put copper on around your wrist and on your head. So your energy, your electricity, your energy, because you're a damn Tartarian. You're a non-ether Tartarian, indigenous. What else they say? That, you know, that was going to get superpowers from Planet X, Planet Nibiru, when the eclipse happened. And then when you didn't get superpowers, what they tell you? They said, oh, no, you're going to get them in like a year. Oh, yeah, cool. Well, just build me a house. I'm going to pay you next year. Dumb. Just build me a house, Qadash. You know what, Qadash? You selling your car, man. Let me buy your car. I'm going to pay you next year when we get our superpowers. So we don't want to keep being lied to. What we are the real Jews. That's who we are. Okay? We come from Israel. The Bible tells you when the Hispanic tribes came over here, all right, with some what you would call black people and Jamaicans and Haitians. The Bible tells you when we came over here. All right? That's all in the Bible. That's all we need. Everybody running from the Bible, but you need the Bible to believe in the garbage that you need to believe in. Right. Because the indigenous said that this was Egypt and that this was the real Middle East and that Israel is here. The Moors said we Israelites and Moors, and it's dumb. When the Moors is not even a race, it's just a term, and it had to do with Africans, Arabs, and real Israelites. So, we lost on TikTok. But I'm glad you came to this class so we can teach you. I'll show you where reincarnation is in the Bible, okay? Give me, Google this for me if you got it already in your Bible. Give me first Adam and the last Adam. And I'll go to the New Testament. That'll just make it easy.
Put it in spirit.
Yeah, yep. First Adam, last Adam. This is about Jesus Christ. If y'all didn't know that Jesus Christ had 5 appearances in the Bible. We call them appearances because, of course, 4 are reincarnations. 1 is an appearance. He appeared as Melchizedek, the Prince of Peace, right? Everybody know that that's Christ. Christ's name is Prince of Peace. That's not his actual Hebrew name, but a name that his reputation. I hate to give y'all a Bible lesson right now, but the word name is synonymous with your reputation. Right. When you say you know who I be, you know who I am, you're talking about your reputation. You say niggas know my name in the streets. Hate to use that language, but you saying you know your reputation. That's how black people talk. The Bible is written in slang. Okay. So with that being said, I'll read this one scripture since you asked the question. Ascended essence, since you asked the question. And so give me first Adam and the last Adam.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 45.
Keep going.
And it was written, the first Adam was made a living soul. The last Adam was made a quickening spirit.
Made a what?
Quickening spirit.
A quickening spirit. What is a quickening spirit? What does it mean to quicken? Anybody know what the term quicken means? Type it in. We got a bunch of gangster fingers on TikTok. Let me see how smart y'all is, though. Let me know what quicken means. It's old English. We dressed old English. They call us Party All-Star Avengers. Some old crazy crap. They call us for dressing like this. You should know what quicken means. I know you watch enough damn Netflix. But for time's sake, I'll give it to you. Just to save you from looking like an idiot. Quicken means to become alive. To quick, in old figure English is talking about alive, being alive. Right? So a quickening spirit is a spirit that makes you come alive. If you know anything about the valley of dry bones out the Old Testament and Ezekiel, can these bones live? Okay, the valley of dry bones, that was talking about your spirit. Right. Okay? So with that being said, when you come into the truth, when you learn about who you are, when you learn about the Bible, about you being an Israelite, and you follow God's laws, you stop being a sinner and start to follow God's laws, that's called being made alive. When you come into the truth, when you follow Christ, when you come into the I.S.U.P.K, the men ordained to teach the Bible, right? So that's called coming to life. All right. So the first Adam, read it again. The first Adam.
The first Adam was made a living soul.
So the first Adam was made a living soul. the Lord gave Adam the breath of life. What does that mean? I just spoke to you about coming alive, about God's law. Give me Baruch 4 and 1. And like I said, I hate to give you a whole Bible lesson, and before we get into the Hebrew, but I just want to answer the question, and I'm giving you scriptures with it, so y'all can go look these scriptures up on your own time. Somebody said, "Can you do a tactical roll on the ground?" That wasn't even funny. That was just silly. But I'm glad you can see the militants. I mean, I guess the water for that. You damn silly clown. But anyway, let me finish answering the question for essence, right? For ascended essence. Keep going. So this is Baruch 4 and 1. To show you that the breath of life is the laws of God. It's God's commandments, his laws that was given to Adam. Adam was the first man with the truth, with the knowledge of how to live your life according to the Lord. Because, of course, there were other people on the earth. How did Cain find a wife? If it was just Adam, Eve, Cain, and Abel, where did he get a wife from? He caught mommy in the bed sleep? No, I don't think so. Now, y'all devils, y'all are good for that. Y'all got the spirit of Cain. Y'all good with them pigs, too, and them sheep. Y'all do some nastiness with them. But anyway, back to the Bible. So we're about to prove that the breath of life that was given to Adam is God's law. Go ahead. Baruch 4 and 1.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1.
Go ahead.
This is the book of the commandments of God.
Go ahead.
And the law that endure forever.
And the what?
Law endure forever.
Go ahead.
All they that keep it.
All they that keep God's law
shall come to life.
Shall do what?
Come to life.
You're going to come to life. So Adam was giving the breath. He was given the breath of life. He was given God's law. So the first Adam, to go back to the scripture, was made a living soul. He was given the law of God. Go ahead. The first Adam. Go ahead.
The last Adam was made a quickening spirit.
But the last Adam was made a quickening spirit. The spirit of Christ is a quickening spirit. It's a spirit that brings you to life now. Because now Christ is teaching you how to follow the law. But why would they call Christ the last Adam?
Right.
Why would they even reference Adam? Who the hell was the first Adam? And what does that got to do with Jesus? Go ahead, Qadash.
Now, if I could, is it because Adam was Christ?
That's just get his brother in. That's because Adam was Jesus Christ. So, and you, of course, in the Bible, it talks about different scriptures with different amounts of understanding. So some scriptures is called milk. They're milk scriptures. They're for you to be able to understand with little to no knowledge about the Bible at all. No knowledge up to a little bit of knowledge. You should be able to understand certain scriptures. But then you got scriptures like this, which the Bible refers to as meat. They use the metaphor of meat and milk. Can't give a newborn baby meat because he can't chew steak. And so, he don't know what to do with it. But you give him milk. So with us being new, coming into the truth or learning about the Bible, there are certain scriptures that you are going to absolutely be able to understand with no knowledge. I mean, you don't got to know the Bible to know that Jesus is black. I mean, you read it, and this is what gets me about Christianity. The whole world think he's white, and then when you read the Bible, it tell you he's black, and they still, that's a whole other topic. You just gotta be smart. Can't be on weed and pills and edibles. You have to use your brain to understand it. Now, with that being said, what the brother was saying was this: the first Adam is the last Adam. The first Adam was Jesus Christ. The last Adam is Jesus Christ. So Adam is Jesus Christ and reincarnation. Now, if you remember what I said to you in the beginning, Christ had 5 appearances in the Bible, right? The first one was Adam. We call them appearances, right? One was Adam. The second was Melchizedek, the Prince of Peace. Remember, he had no documented mother or father, if you know anything about the Bible. But he was the king of Salem, Prince of Peace, right? With that being said, the next Adam was Isaac. So Adam came back as Isaac. He incarnated as Isaac, who Abraham was going to sacrifice. After that, his next incarnation was King Solomon. He was King Solomon. That was Christ. And then after King Solomon, that's when he incarnated the last time as Jesus Christ. If you don't know, the Bible says it behooved him to be made like unto his brethren. Christ was the first thing made by the Lord. So it was the Lord, and the Lord made Christ. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with the power, and the Word was power. Okay? The word God was a mistranslation. It means power, right? So in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God. The Word was power, and the Word was with the power. Who is the power? The Most High, God. So you got to know a little bit about Israelite culture, or just a little bit about the Bible, to learn that we call God the Most High. Okay, so I'm giving you just a full breakdown on it, but I'm telling it to you right now. So Christ was the first thing made, then the angels. That's why in the Bible in Genesis it said, "Let us make man in our image." The Lord gave Christ and the angels the order. They followed out the order. They completed the order. That's why when the Lord looked at it, he looked at it and said, "It's good." He gave them the order to do it. They made man in their image, and in their likeness made he him and he them. So the Lord gave the order. The angels and Christ fulfilled the order. The Lord saw it. He said it was good. Then he allowed man to multiply in the 6th chapter. The 7th chapter of Genesis, the Lord was done creating heaven and earth. Then he brought Adam into the truth. Then he brought Jesus Christ into the truth. Okay, so that's reincarnation in a nutshell. Hopefully, I answered that. All right. Okay. Okay. For sure. Somebody said they feel bad for the baby. I feel bad for you. I feel bad for you. Because the baby is sitting there like, this cat is a dummy. Let me ask you this. What's your nationality? Let me ask you this. Is Jesus black or white? Let me ask you this. Do you smoke weed? Eat edibles, pills? Maybe you don't. Let me ask you this. Were you amazed at the eclipse? Did you think you were getting magical powers because of TikTok? You were copper around your wrist, you idiot. I'm sorry to laugh at that. Because they be killing me with the non-ether dumbness, man. You're a non-ether electrical being, Tartarian, indigenous, more, that's an Israelite, some dumb garbage. And you're supposed to get magical powers from what was it, Planet X, Nibiru. They never came to save you, Daddy wasn't there. Your magical powers coming next year. Stop it, man. We feel bad for y'all because we know the truth. And we understand how hard it is for y'all. We dressed all funny to y'all. We different to y'all, but we trying to show you your culture and give you your culture because the Lord has given it back to us. We served our time in slavery. We still in slavery, but we serving our time. And we at the end, man. When Christ returns, everything is going to be good. All right? During World War III, that's when Christ returns, and that's when we get our kingdom back. That's when we get power and rulership, and we get to rule for all eternity. And we get to dress like this, y'all. So get used to it. You might as well try an outfit out. You might as well go looking for some of this, because this is how you're going to dress in the kingdom. I know you ain't going to want to still wear the oppressor's suit. Look, they put restricted on some audiences. It's too much for kids here. All right. But anyway, all right, so let's get into the Hebrew. Let's clap it up, all right? Get Give a round of applause. Hopefully y'all got this. These two Hebrew words right here. Damn, I hope I mixed that marker up again. I'm pretty sure I did. All right, it might be over here. So let's go back into Zephaniah. I answer a little bit more questions. Just let us get into this Hebrew topic. Okay, it's 7:55. We're gonna get into a little bit of Hebrew, man, to our topic. And everybody on TikTok, y'all can always come in and do y'all Power Ranger talking and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? We entertain you for a little bit. We're gonna teach everybody that wants to learn. Okay, so that was a little bit on reincarnation. The water to the person that asked that question. All right, because a lot of people just learned about reincarnation, or this is their first time even hearing about it. Even if they didn't learn anything, I told them this is their first time even hearing that reincarnation is in the Bible. Okay. And that Jesus Christ was Adam and Isaac and Melchizedek and Solomon as well. All right. So let's get Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 2. So the Lord told us in verse 1 to gather ourselves together. He also mentioned that we was the nation that is not desired. Nobody wants to be a black person. Nobody wants to be Hispanic. Nobody wants to be Native American Indian, except for the people that are black, that are Hispanic, and are Native American Indian. But nobody else wants to be us at all. Nobody else would have survived the way we survived. Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 2. Qadash, if you want to take a shot at it in the Hebrew, you can feel free. I put 2 and 1 here, 2 and 2.
Book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 2 in the Hebrew.
So for everybody on TikTok and YouTube, for TikTok, both the TikTok pages, I know y'all can't see what the brother's about to read, but y'all can just bear with us. You know what I'm saying? As he reads the Hebrew, then we're gonna go to the board and break it down. All right? You got it. Get it, brother, a second. He about to put it on the board. I mean, on the screen.
It's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 2 in the Hebrew. All right. Batarum, Ladaf.
Batarum, you gotta bring it up higher. I don't know if that's the screen. They probably can't see that. You gotta raise up the Hebrew a little bit. There you go. Perfect.
Batarum. Ladaf. Kak.
Yep.
Matzaza.
Perfect. Kamataza.
All right. Ibar. Yawom. Batarum. La'a.
Go ahead.
Bawa.
Now we're gonna bring out something about that La'a once we get to it. I got some pictures and stuff I'm gonna put up on the screen. YouTube and Facebook, y'all be able to see it, but TikTok won't be able to see it. I will try to turn the screen for y'all. Go ahead.
I-La-Yakum.
Al-Yakum.
I-Yakum. Korana.
Don't kill the Christopher. Yo. He said, when you meet God, you won't be able to blame your past incarnations. Now, that's true. That's absolutely true. He said, I'm white. Am I doomed to hell? Yes, you are, but not in the sense that you think. But yes, you are. You are doomed to slavery. Go ahead. And that's because we serve slavery. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. You said Go ahead.
Yahweh. Batarum. La'a.
I'll start putting
Salakia.
Yabawa. Say it again. Yabawa. I can't see where you at. Yabawa. Yabawa. Ayla Yakum. Ayakum. Yawom. Out or Apa. Yahweh. Alright, give the brother a hand. So that Hebrew man learning our language again, of course, because what Don't Kill Christopher said, you can't blame your past incarnations. But in our past incarnations, we lost our language and culture. And now we get it again in 2024. People don't even dress like this no more. Right. But it's our culture, so they're looking at us like we about to fly away. But anyway, that's because we are past incarnations. I mean, you can't blame them for that. That's true. We did make a very giant mistake in the past, and that was sinning against our God. We're still making that same mistake today. Now, the only good thing is we're going to get the kingdom of heaven once Christ returns. And everybody else that fought against us, they're going to what is called hell, or a terrible condition. That's what they're going to be. And that condition is going to be just like our past incarnations: servitude and slavery. Okay, both of these jammed up. Let's see if I can. So, first word, we're going to go word by word, right? I'm putting these words up on the board. I'll give y'all the pronunciation. So, Zephaniah 2 and 2. The first word we have up here is Ba-Ta-Ram. Ba-Ta-Ram. Okay? Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to make this a little bit darker so y'all can see it. So the first word is Ba-Ta-Ram. Ba-Ta-Ram. Man, I ain't know I wrote that all side. So I'm just going to give y'all the pronunciation for now, but we're going to keep on going. And then once we got everything on the board, then we'll break everything down. Ba-Ta-Ram is the first word. If you can go back to the Hebrew, so I can see, you can just, yeah. Can y'all bring it up for me so I can see it? Yeah, there you go. Perfect. All right. Ba-Ta-Ram, Ladah. Ladah. And I'm sorry, TikTok. I know y'all like the battle and all that. But we got a whole lesson that we're gonna be learning. So I can't battle everybody all class, all right? I would love to, but I just can't. Okay. So Ladah is the next word. So I'm actually giving y'all these words in order this time. I know I usually don't do it, but we're going in order just for the time. So we're gonna actually do the translation now. All right, Ladah, Kak. And for those of y'all that didn't understand when I said I feel bad for him and not for the baby, baby's alive. The baby's here in the body of Christ. Right. Freshly born, sinless. Parents ain't sinners. Parents, making sure the baby don't sin. Baby's cool. Baby couldn't get a damn crown right now if Jesus Christ came. Of course, we all got to pay for whatever we did in the past as well, but right now, he's blameless. He got a whole clean slate over all of us. I mean, you probably got I don't know what habits you got or what you facing. I feel bad for you, not for the baby. They be chilling. Babies is chilling. They be good until they start being bad. You know what I mean? The baby's cool. Christ returned today. He ain't did nothing wrong. He got his milk, get his pamper changed, get washed up. He do what people tell him to do. Most of the time, right? Most of the time. Until he's sticking us up for our sleep. For our sleep, amount of time we get to sleep. These babies, they gangsters. They don't care if you work all day or not. The next word is ka-matazah. Rock it. Ka-matazah. All right, Kamatazah. Move this over a little bit. Let's try some of these. See what these do. Kamatazah. The next word is yawam. Kamatazah, yawam. This one right over here. Keep this one. So what we should have right now, what you should have in your notes is Batarum, Lada, Kap, Kamatazah, Yawam. All right, go ahead. Oh, you can ask her.
Why isn't it an A at the end of it is on?
Oh, this one right here? Or a different one?
No, that because on here the ka is the QA under the symbol.
Yeah, it's the QA. All right, so the sister just asked, well, give her a hand. She asked, she said, why isn't it, this word why is it ka instead of kakwa, right? So in Hebrew, so I'll just put the two letters up that we just used. I use the other marker. This is good. Gotta show some favoritism. All right. So this is the character ha, with the hawk spit sound, that Middle Eastern tongue. Ha, right? Now this is the character kwa. So she was saying, why is it ka instead of ha, kwa? Okay. And that's for one reason. That's because we have connectors. This is a singular connector, one that looks sort of like a frowny face, right? And this is a plural connector. So this is singular. Right? This one is single, and this one is plural. All right. So this connector lets you know that whatever letter is here, right? I done made a whole damn smiley. This is why I ain't know what to put all the time. But I just use the character. I'll use the letter A, or what they call it in English, the letter A, the character I in Hebrew. I just use two I. It still looks like a damn smiley. It still looks like a face. But anyway, so if this was the word right here, right? So if the word was, say this was a word, or in this case, right? The singular connector lets you know that it's pronounced by itself. The plural connector lets you know that it's pronounced together, right? So, in this case, for example, if the word had these two connectors, it would be ka-kwa, because these both singular connectors, right? They're both singular connectors. It means it's pronounced by itself. But since it's connected this way, this is ka, because whatever it's being connected to it loses the A sound off, or it loses the I sound from it. So whatever it's being connected to, it loses the I sound. Okay? Just like this, ba, ta, rama, right? The ma at the end, it lost the A sound. It lost the A sound at the end because it's connected. Ba, ta, ram, instead of ba, ta, rama. Instead of la, da, ta, right? See, this is kamatazah. We got the three singular connectors. Ka, ma, tazah. This is ya, wam, right? La, da, ba, ta, rum, instead of ba, ta, rama. So hopefully that explained it. The plural connector, when you have a plural connector, whatever is being connected to loses the I sound from it. So it's ka instead of ka, kwa. Get it, Sister Ann. That was an excellent question. I know a lot of people probably wondered that. All right. So with that being said, put this one back right here. So we had Batarum, Lada, Kak, Kamatazah, Yawam. Okay. You can put the Hebrew back up on the board. Okay, where we at right now? Yawam, and then Batarum again. So put two lines. Let me erase this. I'm gonna put a line right here for the actual meaning of the word. All right, so I'm gonna try to start it on the same spot. So the next word is batarum. Got the same word again. Batarum. Instead of bata rama, rum. Okay, so ta, rum. All right, try to leave this one there since it's good. I'm gonna have to use it. So batarum is the next word. The word after that is, now it's two words. They're pronounced together. The first word is la'a. La'a. But you see a dash there, letting you know that these two are pronounced together. La'a, ba, wa, a. So ba, wa, a. Three singular connectors. These two singular connectors, none of these are connected. La'a, ba, wa, a. Okay? So we should have, right now, you should have in your notes, if you take your notes. Batarum, Ladav, Ka, Kamatazah, Yawam, Batarum, La'a, Bawa'a. So La'a, and then Ba, Wa, A. These two are pronounced together. It's two separate words, but they're said together. It's like a phrase. La'a, bawa'a, right? It's saying something. Okay? We'll get to y'all questions in a second. I know it's a whole ton of y'all. All right, so Jeb says, why do y'all only use the I sound? To answer your question, Jeb, I hope I'm saying it right. So to answer your question, I'll go to a book, right? It's a Yale Hebrew 101, okay? And I'll reference this book. This book is the Biblical Hebrew Text and Workbook, okay? So, Biblical Hebrew Text and Workbook, you can get this online right now off of Amazon. If you want it new, I believe it's like $100, right? What I would do is I would go to Amazon and click used. That's the wisest. That's the wisest decision. And the used, I think I paid for this like $18. So it's a big difference. I got a couple of scratches and look like somebody wiped their nose on it, but it's cool. It's clean it off. Clean it off, right? Now, with that being said, I'll go to this book right here, Biblical Hebrew Text and Workbook, and I'll reference something for you out of this book. Okay. Is it page 3, Quadash? I always forget what page is on. Oh, here you go, page 3. See, didn't forget, y'all. I ain't forget that one. I'm gonna show y'all right here, page 3. That's where we at. Okay. Show TikTok, page 3. Show everybody online, we on page 3. Qadash, if you can come up, give Qadash a hand, all right? Give him a hand. I'm gonna have you read what's highlighted at the top of this page. Got something highlighted at the top of the page. Salaki, I'm hitting the mic. All right. If you can read this for Jed, and this will answer your question why we only use the I sound.
So we're in the highlighted part.
Yep. Right at the top. Now I'm gonna keep writing this up on the board.
This is the Biblical Hebrew, a text and workbook. Page 3, in the highlighted section. The Hebrew alphabet is the oldest in the world, still in use today.
Oh yeah, we're using it right now. The Hebrew alphabet is the oldest in the world. If y'all didn't know, it's like if you could, you come over here with me if I could. Just so you know, the Hebrew, it was the original language on the earth. The Tower of Babel, what I mentioned earlier, the language and the lands that got divided, that language was Hebrew. Eber, where you get the word Hebrew from, in his son's days, when he had his son, Peleg, he named him Peleg, because in his days was the earth divided. Right. So Eber was a grown man. Eber kept the Hebrew language, or the language that was back then. It was attributed to Eber. Right. But of course, Peleg continued of course, that's Eber's son. Peleg had children and his children's children, and then out of Eber came Noah. Out of Noah came Shem. Out of Shem came the Israelites. Came Abraham. Out of Abraham came Isaac. Out of Isaac came Jacob, the forefather of the Israelites. Out of Jacob came the Israelites. So, with that being said, they call us Hebrew Israelites because we never called ourselves that biblically ever. We never biblically called ourselves that ever. We was always just Israel. We were known as the Jews, which is one tribe of Israelites, which is the tribe of Judah, but it was the dominant tribe, the main tribe, the head tribe, and everybody called us Jews. Even the Hispanics, even the so-called Native Americans were known as Jews. Okay, or what they also called us was Hebrews. But of course, the term Hebrew is very broad because the Chinese man's a Hebrew, the Arabs are Hebrews, the Japanese man's a Hebrew, the white man's a Hebrew. A lot of them people over there that come out of Abraham's other wife Keturah, they Hebrews. So there's a lot of Hebrews. If you go lineage-wise, everybody that comes out of Eber is a damn Hebrew. So, but they didn't keep the language, which is why it doesn't go to them. We kept the language. We kept the language that Eber kept when the earth was divided. The Lord could have gave them a different language. He didn't. He allowed them to keep the Hebrew, and that's why. And we kept the Hebrew as well, being one of his descendants. Everybody else that I just named had their own language, made their own language, even down to the oppressor. The oppressor, the white man, your language is Hebrew. You stop speaking your language, you stop doing a lot of things that had to do with your culture. But anyway, because if y'all don't know, the white man and blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are twin brothers. Okay, white man is the oldest, and the father of blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians was the youngest twin. Okay, of course, the oppressor despised the Lord, left off, didn't care about none of that stuff that the Lord had him doing, and he stopped, and he just, decided to be whatever evil man he was already going to be. So with that being said, to go back to it, I was wanting to break that down, Salaki. I wanted to break down the fact that Hebrew was the oldest language. Of course, I mentioned it earlier about Hebrew. All right. So you can continue to read. You can read that part over, and you can continue to read. I'm gonna check. On this. What you call it over here?
The Hebrew is the oldest in the world still in use today. Our alphabet is a descendant of it by a circuitous route. The text of Hebrew, it's like it, the text of the Hebrew Bible we use today reflects several periods of development. Originally, only the consonants were used.
Wait, originally only what?
The consonants were used.
Originally, only the consonants were used. If I may, you see this I, these letter A's. Every letter in the Hebrew alphabet has I. It's pronounced I. Ma, ka, taza, cha, la, da, tha, ba, ta. All of them have the I sound except for this word, this letter right here. This letter is known today as the letter I. That's the only letter that does not have the I sound. This word right here is I. It's Io, because these two are connected. Io, Ya, come. Io, Ya, come. Plural connector, singular connector, plural connector. That's the only letter that doesn't have the I sound in it. Is the letter I, which today looks like the letter O. Okay? But if I could read that part again, originally what?
Originally, only the consonants were used.
And it says originally because who stole our language? It said it went to redevelopment. It mentioned that already before. When the now, if I could, who's the authors of this book? This is a Yale 101 series book. If you could show them, just move your finger real quick, your pinky finger, and show them this right here. This is Yale 101. I don't know if you can see it. This is a Yale University Hebrew 101 course. Right? Who's the authors of this? They on the front and they on the back as well. So.
Bani, Parodi, Kittel.
Bani, Parodi, Kittel. That don't sound like a black person to me. Go ahead.
Vicky Hoffer.
Not a black person.
And Rebecca Abs right.
That doesn't sound like a Hispanic woman, a Jamaican woman, a Haitian woman, a black woman, a Puerto Rican woman. Dominican. It don't sound like us. Amy Cattell and Hoffer and Absright, I wonder who they are. They got something to do with that redevelopment they was talking about, man. The water, you can take a seat. I'm gonna get back to the breakdown. If I could, I just want to give Qadash a hand to read that, okay? If I could, so I hope that answered your question. I know I took a little bit long, and I know a lot of people want to be invited up. But I can't right now because we got a whole lesson. All right. I know everybody wants to be, a superstar. I feel you. All right, we're gonna go back live. Let me go back live on here because I believe my connection might have jammed this up. Okay. Now, with that being said, let's get back into the lesson. So you should have this in your notes. Bataram Ladaf Ha Kamataza Yawom Bataram La'a Bawa'a Al Yakum. Okay, Al Yakum. The next word is Karwan. I've been trying to turn this thing all day. Y'all to see it on here. Y'all to fully see the board. And I'm not sure if y'all can. There you go. All right. So Al Yakum, the next word is Karwan. Karwan. Kar, and then character Wa, and the character Na. Karwan. Caarwan. Karwan. keep going. I'm gonna put another little dash right here, just so I know to leave some space for me to put what it means. Where we at right now? Yahweh. So and then there's a dash. Then it's the Lord's name, which we're gonna break down in a second. Yahweh. All right. Yahweh, which is the Lord's name. Y'all didn't know that God had a name. That's the Lord's name. Okay? Y'all didn't know that the Lord had a name. So, Yahweh. So the Lord's name is right here. So the first word is and then you have the Lord's name, Yahweh. Here we go. Any questions online? I know we've been getting everybody's questions from off TikTok. But is there any questions online?
Come on. You have a question.
Go ahead. Go ahead. What's the question?
A brother got a question. I believe Trevin, he got a question.
Okay.
Was Adam, who was talking to Adam when Eve ate from the forbidden fruit?
Okay, well, it doesn't say who was talking to Adam. It just say a person that was subtle, and it's like you call somebody that's being slick or subtle or sneaky. It's like you call them a snake today. That person was referred to as a snake during Adam and Eve's time. That's where we get it from. That term snake is you a snake. That goes all the way back to Adam and Eve. So it doesn't say who it was. It didn't say whether it was a male or female. So it just doesn't say. It's just, but whoever they were, they was an evil, slick, unrighteous person, yapping their mouth at somebody else's girl, and her being just like a lot of silly women do, man. It's hard. Listen, we understanding rules and obedience. Somebody that doesn't have any discipline, it's hard for them to obey what someone else tells them. People like Donald Trump they just can't listen to nobody. They got to do what they want to do. It's hard for people with a lack of discipline to obey a rule. It takes discipline to obey a rule, to obey an order. When at that time, Adam trusted in his wife. Men, we were supposed to be able to trust in our wives. That they can go out, you ain't got to worry about them cheating, you ain't got to worry about none of that. They can do what they got to do. It's not so nowadays. And it wasn't so then. It's not so. And women still suffer from this same demon. That demon of not wanting to obey what her husband tells her, or wanting to question what her husband tells her, or wanting to go against what her husband tells her, or thinking that she has something better than what her husband tells her. And that's what Adam and Eve went through. That Eve was sitting there talking to somebody. Here's the thing about a demon. You don't obey demons because they sound scary. No demon come to your house and say, hey, I want you to jump off the roof and smoke a cigarette and eat an edible. That's you. The demon sounds like you. If you're trying to get somebody to do something evil, are you going to peer in their mind and say, shoot yourself with the gun? Or are you going to say, tell them in their head, in their own voice, I can't take this no more? That's the easier way to do it. That's the easier way to do it. Some people, you walking down the street, somebody behind you, you turn around. That's a regular damn human walking down the street like you, but you alert. So if some voice came in your ear and said, eat an edible, you need a cigarette, you're not going to listen to that. Cheat on your husband, throw away your wife. You're not going to listen to that. They going to sound like you. You're going to be sitting there like, damn, I need a cigarette. That was Satan. Somebody say, I got gas out. You're like, oh, damn, for real? That's Satan. That's Satan. You sitting there, you like, oh, let me try an edible. That is Satan. That's Satan. I'm cool. I'm only drunk a little bit. I could drive. That's Satan. When Satan comes to you and say, I want you to get drunk tonight and then drive the car home fast as you can be, speed. You're not listening to that voice. But you will listen to yourself say, oh man, it's cool, only a couple drinks. Damn, everybody moving slow, now you speeding. That's how Satan works. You think you got it till you don't have it. You think you got it, and then all of a sudden you're unclean. That's what usually happens. Life was in your hands, and then you messed it up. So like listening to Satan, man. That's usually how it goes. Now, with that being said, all right. So I just wanted to go ahead and answer that question. What was the? Hopefully, I go ahead.
There's another. Somebody made a statement.
Go ahead.
Honda. Oh,
Wait, can you go back to the last question? I want to make sure that I answered it. I know I did a whole lot of like side stuff.
Robin says, "Lock it, sir. Who was talking to Adam when Eve?"
In the garden. Yeah, right. So it was a person, somebody that we call a snake, and that's what he was talking to. All right, next question.
This is more so of a statement. It's stupid, but you want me to entertain it?
You can entertain it, and we can get back to the lesson.
Honda Odyssey, according to the scriptures, the Asians are the oldest and real
Are the oldest and real Israelites? Listen, Honda Accord, I know you're Asian, just from your damn name. Who the hell would come on here and listen? If you was black, you'd be Mercedes Benz. What's the new joint? You'd be Hellcat. If you was black or Hispanic, you'd be Hellcat, Low Rider. You'd be one of them names. Not Honda Accord. We're going to leave your question there. Of course, Asians are not the oldest and real Israelites. They're not an Israelite. If you're not the Asian, because black, Hispanics, Native American Indians, we are Asians. According to what y'all call the continent Asia, that makes us Asians. That makes the white man an Asian. That makes the Arabs Asians. Makes the Syrians, it makes them Asians. What you're saying, it doesn't really make any sense. But hopefully, go ahead, Qadash. I'm gonna keep right. Can you put the back up here? I'm gonna keep writing on the board.
If I could, though, right? They was the real Israelites.
That's right. I think his name is Mahariah Israel. That's right. The Moabites. All right, the wash pot. And right, Asians, they Moab and the Moabites are what we would call Chinese people, okay? But Moab, according to the Bible. Go ahead.
If I could, right? There's so much the real Israelites. And like, why are they dietary laws so unlawful?
Man, they are Israelites. Why do they eat that nasty, disgusting squid and eat all the other terribleness, man? They eat things that you would never eat like bat. Who the hell is going to cook a bat? I mean, come on. Everybody loves that scenario. Well, if you was dying and you was the last, they always put you on an island somewhere stupid. If you're stranded on the island and there's nothing to eat, go fishing, idiot. I don't think you need to. People need to stop taking them damn edibles, man. You sitting in front of the damn stove like you watching TV. You're a dummy. Stop taking edibles. If you are on an island and there is nothing to eat on the island, go fishing. Get in the water. So people always come up with these dumb scenarios, man. They always put, listen, them Moabites and them Japanese, them Ammonites and Moabites, they can't be the real Jews. They just too far and disgusting. I'm talking about terrible, man. They could never ever amount to being us ever. Copy. Oh, can you put the Hebrew back on the board? So this word right here is batarum. So Batarum. This word is in here a few times. Once we do the breakdown, you'll see. Okay. The next word is La'a Bawa'a. It's the same thing again. La'a, just like right here. La'a Bawa'a. Oh, let me bring this down. So I feel like I'm creeping. You know, it's creeping up a little bit, encroaching on whatever's up there. All right, La'a Bawa'a. La'a Bawa'a. Al-Yakum Yawam. So this is La'a. This is Bawa'a. A little bit better. Move this over a little bit. Anything else online? La'a Bawa'a. The next word is Al-Yakum. Al-Yakum. And then Yawam. I'm going to put this Yawam right here. All right. So Ayil. Ya. Come. And then the last word is Yawam. Okay. So, and then of course, after that is this phrase again. I'll just put it under it. It's the same phrase. And then, not phrase, but same again. You won't. Yahweh. Which is the Lord's name. All right, Yahweh. And I'll try to get y'all questions after we do this translation. All right, so give ourselves a hand, okay? Everybody out there online. And it's the Sabbath, man. The sun is down. Go ahead and get y'all some Yah-Yun, some strong drink. And whatever you want to do, you know, as far as lawfulness. You know, you want to cook cheeseburgers, cheese steak, whatever you want to do. All right, you know, chill with the rib and the kids. Do that whole thing while you're watching the class, man, all right? So with that being said, now let's start the translation. Okay? If I could, if you can click that forward line. Okay, if you can click the forward line. Yeah, right there. Take off those dots. Now go down, scroll down a little bit. All right, okay. You can go. You can bring it all the way up. Here we. Yeah, we won't need to see none of that Hebrew. All we need to see is this right here. That's perfect. All right, so let's do the translation. So you should have in your notes. Batarum, Ladav, Kak, Kamatazah Yawam, Batarum, La'a Bawa'a, Al-Yakum, Harwan, Ap Yahweh, Batarum, La'a Bawa'a, Al-Yakum, Yawam, Ap Yahweh. Okay? Now I'll put the pronunciation for this. I don't actually need to put, it's the same thing as right here. So I don't really need to put nothing but the pronunciation right here. Okay? Yahweh. All right, just in case y'all can't see this, but this marker ain't too good. I was going to go over it again. But let's do the translation. So, Batarum. Ba at the beginning of a root word. Somebody type it in and tell me what it means when you got the character ba at the beginning of a root word. Okay? You got Batarum. Okay? And this term or this word, right, is used as before. before. But ba at the beginning of a root word, because the root word is Torah, but you have the character ba at the beginning. Okay? The character ba at the beginning of a root word is used as in, is used as at, and is used as on, by, and sometimes with. Okay? Rarely is it used as with. But this term batarum is before. Before. The next word is lada. Lada. So you got batarum, which is before. Lada. Somebody give me the scripture again, if I could, because we're going to read it real quick. Lada comes from the root word la. This word right here is the root word la, or where they get the word lag from. Where you get the term lag, right, comes from the root word yalad. It was the character yah right here. It would be yalad or yalada, right? But this word right here is bring forth, lada, because characters can drop off. You got a slang language and a slang writing system, where it's like we substitute words for other words. In our language, you can take letters off, which are called weak letters, letters that are, or characters, should I say, but I know y'all say letters. Characters, weak characters, we call them weak because they're used a lot, all right, in a sense. So just think about a nasty, promiscuous woman. She's used a lot, so she's weak. Who the hell gonna get a body over it? That's dumb. A man that's weak is used a lot. He's gullible. He's sweet for him. He's able to be used by whichever way you want to use him. Same thing with the female, right? So in that sense, weak characters are characters that are used a lot. All right, they have multiple meanings. They're always being used. So those characters can drop off to make what you're saying easier to understand. The character Yah in this sense was dropped off. Character Yah has a ton of meanings. It's also a connector to connect the subject to the preposition. Okay. Now, so what we have here is batarum, before, lada, bring forth, from the word lad, which is to birth, or a lad, or a child, or be born. Has a bunch of meanings. Bring forth. So batarum lada, before, bring forth. Ha. Before bring. If you go back to the, I need you just to stay up with me on the what you call it. Probably going to pull it up in the Bible. So before, bring forth. Bataram lada. Ha. Decree. It's locked in. Before, bring forth, decree. Right? I think I spelled that wrong. Did I? Nope, that's right. Before, bring forth, decree, or the decree. Before, bring forth, decree, chamatazah. You got the character ka at the beginning of this word, at the beginning of this root word. Ka is saying as. The word ka means as or like. You want to do as I do. You want to be like me, right? Ka. I mean the word ka. K-A. Ka. And matazah is a word that means chaff. When they say the chaff or the wheat, chaff, matazah. So what we have so far is batarum, before, lada, bring forth, cha, the decree, chamatazah, as the chaff. right? So remember, the decree, the chaff. It's not written here because it was assumed it didn't have to be written. Remember our slang writing system, right? As the chaff, Yawam day. Day. Or in this case, the day. Before Bataram. Bring forth. Ladah. Decree. Ka. As the chaff. Kamatazah. The day. Yawam. Bring forth. Bataram. Before Bataram. So we got Bataram before, Ladah, bring forth, Ka, the decree, Chamatazah as the shag, Yawam, the day, Bataram before, La'ah, Bawa'ah, La'ah, Bawa'ah. This right here I'm going to bring up on the screen because we're going into this right now. La'ah, Bawa'ah. La'ah is a word that means no or not. In this case, it's used just to show that what we're saying is negative. What we're saying is negative. So negative, I'll just put like a minus symbol there, right, with it. So negative, and then this bawa'ah, means to enter, to come into, to come in, to enter in, to enter into. So la'ah, bawa'ah, so come, but in a negative sense. And I'm gonna show you this. If you can go to pull up the email. Now, Salakia, TikTok. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see it, what we about to do, but hopefully you rocking with us and you can see. All right, check y'all questions. Okay. All right, so if you can pull up the email, can everybody see this? Can you make it so that everybody can see this screen? And I want to show y'all what I mean when I say negative and negative. All right. So, now everybody can see that screen, right? You can click on the highlighted pink. And we should be able to. Okay, and we might have to rotate it. I'm not sure if y'all can see it. It's sideways here, but oh yeah, matter of fact, TikTok, y'all can see it, right? So it's sideways up there, but I'll read it to y'all. It's page 16, so I'll read it here. This is the biblical Hebrew text and workbook. Okay. All right. So what it's saying is this. This is 4.2D, right? It says a negative statement is formed by putting la'ah in the front of the verb. By putting la'ah in the front of the verb, meaning in front of the action word. You can bring me up on the screen. Okay. All right. Okay. There we go. That's perfect. And you can put that small on the side if I may.
You want the
Yep, that one right there. That's perfect. You just got to add it back here. There you go. So this is the action word, come, bawa'ah, enter. Come in, enter in, come. All right, come into. But it's before the action. It's before the verb to form a negative statement, right? So it says a negative statement is formed by putting la'ah in front of the verb as we have here, which is as we have here, right here. The whole phrase then becomes a negative phrase, a negative statement. All right, let's keep going. So if you want to make something negative, or to make it the way you're saying it in a bad way, you put la in front of it. If you can bring me back up, Qadash. All right, so we got Batarum before Ladah, bring forth. Ka, the decree. Kamataza as the chaff. Yawum, the day. Batarum before. La'abala'ah, come. Before come. Before come. You're saying before this happens in a negative way, right? I'll you come. I'll you come. Happens. I believe this is, so I'll is a word that is over, against, upon, on. If you can bring up the blue letter, I just need to see it real quick. But this is usually upon, then the character Yah is a connector, and then come, you. As come is your plural, right? Is your masculine plural. But it's also used as a slang to say you, okay? So before come upon you, all right? Now let me just go and make sure that that's what it's saying. I skipped the word ibar. I was supposed to put ibar. Before the chaff pass, all right, it was ibar yawum. Right, I'll you come upon you. So Salakia, before the day, it was supposed to be before as the chaff, and then it's supposed to go past. So first let me put upon you, and then I'll put the other word up here. We missed the word ibar. So it's upon you. These markers are a little bit running out. Let's see what this one. Okay, this one's doing pretty good. This one's doing excellent. Upon you. Okay. Now, hopefully, y'all can see this is a lot better. This marker right here. It's amazing. I don't know why I was doubting. All right, so now what was supposed to go here was Batarum Ladaf Kak Kamataza Ibar. So right here is supposed to be the word Ibar. Before Ladaf Batarum, before Ladaf bring forth Kak, the decree. Kamataza, as the chaff has what? The day. So ibar. So this is ibar. I'll put this put it right here. Ibar. Where we get the term Eber, where you get the term Hebrew. Kamataza ibar. Before the decree, before bring forth the decree, Kamataza ibar, you won't. As the chaff passed the day. Okay? That's how it's written. Before bring forth the decree, as the chaff passed the day. All right? Or in English, as the day passed, or the day passed as the chaff. All right. Before the decree bring forth, before the day passed as the chaff. Now I'm gonna explain something to you. I'm gonna show you all this in a second, because this before is also going to be applied here. This before right here that's down here is going to be applied. It might not be this one. I think it's this one where it's applied again, but it's not rewritten how we would write it multiple times in English. This is before bring forth the decree, as the chaff pass the day, or as the day pass, or before the day, or as the day, Salaki, before the day pass as the chaff, right? So read it in English so I can sort of just explain it better, because I know this is probably throwing y'all off because the order of Hebrew. The order of Hebrew is the verb, then you describe the verb, then you further describe the verb, then the noun, then you describe the noun, then you further describe the noun. So the verb is first before the decree bring forth, right? And then it's the same before again. And then kamataza, the chaff, then ibar, pass, and then yawam, the day. The verb, then the noun. The verb, then the noun. All right. So pretty much, let me read you the English, and then I'll explain it to you again. Just so y'all can see what I'm trying to say.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 2. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff.
Before, remember, it's not written again. It's assumed from the first time we said it. And it's going to happen again further down here. Read the same line again.
Before the day pass as the chaff.
No, the first line.
Before the decree bring forth.
Now, before bring forth the decree. Decree is describing what's being brought forth. Remember the verb. Go ahead. Remember the order. Verb, describe the verb, further describe the verb, then you put the noun, then you describe the noun, then you further describe the noun. Right? Bring forth, verb, the decree. You describe what's being brought forth. This is the noun. The noun is the decree, the thing, person, place, or thing. Bring forth the decree. In English, before decree, bring forth. Go ahead.
Before the day pass as the chaff.
The same before is in this phrase. Before, as the chaff, pass the day. Before, as the chaff, pass the day, or before, as the day, pass the chaff. Okay? It's a phrase. All right? Before the day pass as the chaff. I'm going to give you the biblical, so I can give you the Zion-Bag Bible Dictionary definition of chaff. Okay? Just to put the icing on the cake. All right? I'll give you this, what you call it? These, let me give you the definition real quick. If I could, I'll give you chaff. Boom, boom, boom. Where we at? Chaff. This is page 103. It say refuse of grain which has been winnowed, or meaning got old, right? Also dry grass, often figuratively for something worthless. All right, because why? When the chaff is winnowed, it's old. It's dying out, right? So before the day pass as the chaff, meaning as something becomes as the chaff becomes winnowed or becomes old or starts to be worthless. Okay. So the Lord told us in verse 1 to gather together before he bring his decree, before he bring his judgment, and before the day pass as the chaff, or before you put yourself in a position where you are sort of worthless or meaningless, or you made yourself be in a bad condition, a terrible condition. All right, keep going. Oh, Salaki, that's all we needed right there. Now we're going to continue to break this down. I just wanted to give y'all that part just in case y'all might have been confused at how I was explaining it. All right. So, Bataram, before, Lada, bring forth, Kap, decree, Kamataza, as the chaff, Ibar, pass, Yawam, the day, Bataram, before, La'abawa'a, before come, I'll come upon you. This is a bad thing, though. Remember the la'ah. Before come upon you. So this is a bad thing that's about to come upon you. Charwan. Charwan. Fierce. Fierce. Before come upon you. Fierce. Yahweh. Anger. This is anger. So let's make it capital. Anger. I put Yahweh. It's Yahweh. Right? Fierce anger, the Lord. Or fierce anger of the Lord. Or the Lord's anger. Right? Before la'ah ba'wa'ah. So like a batarum. Before la'ah ba'wa'ah. Come, I'll come upon you. Karwan, fierce, Yahweh, anger of the Lord. Before this come upon you, the Lord's anger. This la'ah lets you know that the whole statement is negative. Can I get a time check?
Time check 901.
901. Okay, we only got a couple more left to go. So the next word is batarum, before. Right? We already know because it's up there. Before. Okay? La'ah, once again, making this a negative statement. Okay? With the minus sign. Bawa'ah, before come. La'ah, bawa'ah, before come. I'll come upon you. You won't. The day. Yahweh, the day of the Lord's anger, or the day of the anger of the Lord. It's the same thing right here that it is right here. This word down here, or this phrase, is the last phrase in the breakdown in verse 2. Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 2. So, all right, so Yahweh is the last thing before come upon you, Yawam, the Lord's anger. And I believe this before is going to be applied again in this. Before, to say before the Lord's anger, or before you anger the Lord. Let's clap it up. Give a round of applause, okay? Read it to me in English. I'm going to read the Hebrew right now. Batarum, before. Ladab, bring forth. Kap, decree. Kamatazah, as the shadow. Ibar, pass. Yawam, the day. Batarum, before. La'abawa'ah, come. I'll come upon you. Karwan, fierce. Yahweh, anger of the Lord, or the Lord's anger. Batarum, before. La'abawa'ah, come, I'll come upon you, Yawam, the day, Yawam, day, I put the. Is that the word Yawam is day? Yawam, the day, Yahweh of the Lord, or of the Lord's anger. Okay? Let me just make this darker, just in case y'all couldn't see it. This was the word I'll come. Okay, this is the word you want. And you got the English.
Okay.
You can read it, Bubba, for sure.
Zephaniah 22.
Yep.
Okay, book of Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 2. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
Wait, before fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, because in English is a bastard tongue. Right. You have to jump around in Hebrew because it's a different way we speak. The way we speak is different. How we position our words, we use verb, then the noun. English is noun, then the verb. So before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you. Go ahead.
Before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
Before the day of the Lord's anger, right here, come upon you. The same thing, we had to jump around. So the action word, before come, right? And then upon you the day, and then of the Lord's anger. All of this phrase, Al Yawam Hap Yahweh, is the noun. But this is the verb. La'a bawa'a. Bawa'a, that come is the actual verb. So it's saying before, negatively, this happens to you. This comes upon you. And what's going to come upon you, which is the noun, or what's going to come upon you the day of the Lord's anger. Okay? That's sort of explaining the verb with the noun. So come upon you. So the verb, then you describe the verb, come upon you. And then the noun is the day of the Lord's anger. You describing it. The day, right here, the noun of the Lord's anger. All right? It's the whole way we write. And let me put this up on the board just so you can remember this. This is how Hebrew is written. Verb. Then you describe the verb. Right? Then you further describe the verb. Then you have the noun. Then you describe the noun. And then you further describe the noun. All right? So this is how Hebrew is written. This is the structure for Hebrew. Verb, right? Verb. Then you further describe. Then you describe the verb. Then you further describe the verb. Then the noun. You describe the noun. Then you further describe the noun. That's the order of Hebrew. We don't always stick to that order because we have a slang language, right? But that's the order. So just remember that. That was Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 2. With that being said, Shalom, Anya Pataziyam Nara, Ma'awarka, Kaya Hayawam, Anya, Awabarkatha, Ayo, La Kahan Wakwataziyan, Kwatazakarab. Shalom. All right. And what I just said was peace. I'm Officer Mariah, your teacher today. For the day, I'm passing the class over to Priest and Officer Kwatazakarab. Peace. Water for tuning in, TikTok. Shalom.
All right, this is I.S.U.K. security announcements. We got I.S.U.K. start out at 120, start out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Roof for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are here to be saluted on. They are here to shed themselves in the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, the brother has the interest of a particular person. He or she must have permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which brother and sister will court with each other. After this 6 month period, brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Which is a command. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 is 10 in Hebrew by I.S.U.K. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. We got the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets. You understand? And it is the first day of the 7th month, which is Wednesday, October 2nd. We're going to read up on it. Go to Leviticus chapter 23, read down to 24, 25. For my wife, check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, Sara Wapanya Hakwadon, we will stand and turn to his knees. All right, we're going to send a prayer.
We'll do the prayer to bless Israel.
Kind of one kind. We'll say the prayer to bless Israel. All right. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Shah.
Barak Lanamu.
Barak Lanamu.
Ba'yasharala.
Yashala.
Bahabaya.
Bahabaya.
Sapari.
Sapori.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Shah.
The water.
The water. Amun. Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shah.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. All right, sorry, it's a turn. Shout good. Sit down.
Man, you watching every move you make, brother.
Kind of good. All right. Men of Israel, we'll get a brother's one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Michael Shabbat, Majid, Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Barak Thom. As the tie hands down, sorry. Stand. We're going to get a sister's one courtesy salute. Sisters give you Michael Shabbat. And when the brothers salute you, salute the brothers back. All right, men of Israel, we're going to get a sister's one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Michael Shabbat, Majid, Barak, Yahweh Shamar, Thom Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Shamar, Thom Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah.
Most High Christ. As the tie hands down, class dismissed.
Christ. And go enjoy your Sabbath. Shalom.